神羅転生
Yo, what's going on everyone? It is the Mist again and welcome back to a new video on the channel today. So this is the weekly review and we are back at it again. So this episode 61, was probably, honestly, this was one of my favorite episodes so far. Like, this was a great episode in my honest opinion. I felt like it was done and executed perfectly. The way that they've set everything up to happen, how they rearranged certain aspects of the movie has just worked out perfectly, and it was done in a great way here. Essentially, we have the 1v1v1, which was Sarada versus Shinki versus Boruto, and it was a great fight. Like, there was a lot of good stuff in there. Very well done, very well animated. Shinki is of course OP, a beast, and he essentially just destroys them for the majority of the fight, and that's essentially all this episode is, just the fight. And really it just focuses on their struggle and why they should win, like why they need to win, and their individual hopes and kind of motivations in a way. So, Sarada, she has to win in order to impress the 5 Kage. She can't let down a leaf, she can't do that here. 2v1, they have to win. For Boruto, however, it's just he needs to get the attention of his father. He needs to be acknowledged by his father. And that plays into the episode a bit later in the ending, which I really enjoyed. It was just the same as the movie, but they did it differently, and it was just well done. But as I was saying, the fight really was quite cool, and we saw Sarada and Boruto both struggle insanely against Shinki, who was clearly insanely overpowered. Like, damn it, like, I've not been too much of a fan of his character, but I'm starting to get more and more attached to him. Like, he's quite cool, and in this episode we get to see why he's so strong. I mean, just how strong he is, pretty much. Like, this guy, let's just say, oh god, he's just a beast. Like, I don't know what I was expecting from his character, but he's definitely, well, there's still Mitsuki, but Shinki is probably the strongest genin, if I'm being completely honest. Like, if Mitsuki used his Sage transformation, yeah, he could probably win, but this guy is pretty strong. So, yeah, what happens is Sarada gets knocked out because Shinki has some type of crazy technique where he essentially cements his sand to you, and then it sticks to you, and it essentially just acts as, well, a magnet for this feather, sand jutsu to come and destroy you. So that's what happens to Sarada. She gets destroyed, and then it's Boruto versus Shinki, and now this part of the episode was really good. The epic kind of climax where Boruto uses the Boruto stream, like an extreme version of that, with his lightning style on and everything. He goes in and goes head to head with this thing, this big jutsu that Shinki was controlling, and I mean, he does a really good job. He cracks some of the sand, which was actually quite impressive to me. But the thing about this battle was that Boruto and Sarada were both running out of chakra the entire time, and by the time of this, by this stage, Boruto was essentially out, and I mean, he essentially needed to use the ninja technology if he were to win. I mean, the scene was beautiful. It's him thinking like, I can't lose here, blah blah blah, and then it shows Naruto, Sumire, Sarada, Shikarai, and Naruto, like, all saying Boruto's name because they all want him to win, all putting their faith in him, all putting their hopes in him for him to win. And Boruto just can't pull out enough energy to do it himself, so he has to rely on the ninja technology, and he uses purple lightning. And I mean, as soon as he does this, everyone is shocked. Like, how is Boruto using, you know, Lord 6 Jutsu? How is he doing that? It's crazy. And essentially, he uses purple lightning and destroys Shinki, like, far out. He got destroyed, and Boruto wins. And now this is where stuff gets interesting, because, of course, in the movie, what happens is, we all know that it's Shikadai versus Boruto. Boruto wins by using ninja technology, creating like a goddamn like 20, maybe 30, 40 shadow clones. Naruto notices, comes down, snaps him. That's exactly what happens here. Boruto is crowned champion, and then Naruto's like, something's not right. So he goes down there, and the scene is so beautiful. Boruto is so happy. He's looking at Naruto, puts his hand out, and Naruto just grabs his hand and exposes the ninja technology. And now the scene was just so beautiful for the art and just the timing, the music, and especially the art. Like, the quality was really top notch in the scene. Animation and art were both beautiful here. One reason probably why I'm so attracted to this episode is the art, especially. Like, goddamn, it looked good this episode. This episode looked attractive. Like, it was a good looking episode. So good on the team for that. But anyways, this scene was just really, really well done, because, you know, Naruto says, "What is this?" And then Boruto has to confess, and he looks Shikadai in the eyes, and Boruto is stripped of his, you know, championship, and he's stripped of his role, of his headband. Now, it was really emotional, I'm not gonna lie. Like, watching this, I actually felt upset. I mean, I knew how it was going to end, right? But like, to see it in the show, you know, because we've been following Boruto for so long, I mean, it literally was upsetting. Like, it was like really upsetting to watch as like a weekly viewer, and especially when Shikadai looks at Boruto and he screams, "Boruto, please don't tell me you did this, not in our fight." And Boruto looks down and he says, "I didn't mean to," or something along those lines, and it was just so sad. And even Sarada looks at Boruto and just utter sadness, like disappointment. And it's honestly such a sad climax to an episode. Really, like, it was a hard-hitting episode. And Katasuke, of course, we know that Katasuke is kind of a dickhead in this part of the story. I'm not gonna go into the manga stuff, but yes, he is quite a dick in the anime as of right now. And he tries to use the opportunity to expose the ninja technology, saying why it's great and why it's needed. And he goes even further to punish Boruto. Not to punish Boruto, but just to rub it in his face by saying, "We needed, sorry Boruto, but you know, we needed a test subject, and we needed a place to show it off. You're our test subject, and this is our location to show it off." And Boruto's face drops. He's in shock. You know, it's just really sad. Like, honestly, it's extremely sad. And then Naruto goes up to Boruto and he's saying, "You know, you don't deserve to be ninja. Go home and we'll talk about it later." Boruto looks at Naruto and says, "Later? Are you sure you'll be home later, Dad? If it weren't for your role as Hokage or something along those lines, this would have never happened." And now people are going to be mad when they hear that, but they aren't listening to it correctly, because what Boruto means by that, when he says, you know, if it weren't for this, you know, none of this would have happened, is because it's not like Naruto being the Hokage is what has caused Boruto to be this way. That's not what Boruto is saying. What Boruto is saying is that Naruto doesn't give Boruto the attention that, you know, a father should give. Boruto is a child who wants the acknowledgement of his father, and that's not what he's getting. Hence why he's had to cheat in order to try to get the acknowledgement of his father. That's what Boruto is saying. So, if you are a person that was angry at Boruto, you need to look at it like that, because that's literally what Boruto is saying. Because they don't make it clear, but that's literally the entire message of this arc, well, the Chunin exams. Boruto wanting the acknowledgement of his father. hence why he used the ninja technology. But the episode ends with Momoshiki and Kinshiki rolling up, and like, goddamn, you know, stuff is accelerating now. Like, we're getting into this stuff. How long is this gonna be? Why to say? Honestly, I can't say. I can't assume. I literally just cannot, because I have no idea. Like, I don't know how long this is gonna be. You know, the fight between Momoshiki, Kinshiki, Sasuke, and Naruto, but hopefully quite a while, because it's gonna be quite epic. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. This episode was really, like I said, quite incredible. I'd honestly give this episode a solid 9 out of 10, honestly. People may give it a lower rating just because of Boruto's character, however that's pathetic, and Boruto's character was handled perfectly within this episode, sticking true to who he is, and they did it well. So, solid 9 out of 10 from me, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. See you later.